wanted to talk to after what happened last night. Donald Trump tweeting, saying that he might curb Huawei from the US market. Do you think that could actually benefit Ericsson?
First of all, thank you. It's great to be here. We have just read the executive order and we need to analyze what that means. But our strategy actually remains the same as before. We focus on working with our customers to solve their problems. And that's the only way for us to long-term develop our business anyway. So then let's look at the consequences as we have analyzed them.
Have we actually learned any lessons from what happened when ZTE was barred in the US?
No, I mean, we don't know if this is, in a way, has similarities. But of course, we manage a lot of networks around the world, which includes equipment from CTE. So of course, we know how to do that in a better way now. But I don't think it's way too early to speculate. And let's us continue to do what we do best, work with the customers.
So you don't think this could actually have a positive ripple effect on companies like yourself or Nokia, for example?
I think longer term, for us to be truly successful, we need to win with the customer, we need to solve their real needs, we need to provide technology that helps them move into 5G. If we do that successfully, then we will be successful.
What about Europe? I was talking to the French President Emmanuel Macron just a few minutes ago here at Vivatech in Paris, and he was saying that Europe or France doesn't want to ban Huawei from investing in 5G. Is that the right strategy, or do you think we should be concerned about security?
I think here, what nations decide, it's a little bit a national policy, and we will work with whatever policy is decided. So I have really no views on that. It's back to what we can actually impact. We can impact our own product strategy, our own go-to-market strategy, and that's what we are going to work with. But I do want to say that, of course, in the 5G world, security is a much more important topic. And part of it is equipment, part of it is security solutions, part of it is the competence the operator builds up and the way they operate the network. So it's a very much more complex question than just talking about the vendor here and there.
Should it be dangerous to have different rules in different countries? We know, for example, that in the UK, they are reviewing the involvement of Huawei in the building of 5G.
I don't, today the telecom networks are pretty much national and the regulation is national, so I'm not so sure that has any impact. I think for us as vendors, we try to be a global provider. We work with customers in the US, in Europe, in Asia, etc. So for us, the global standard is the most important, and that's what we're trying to work on.
More generally, is the trade war having any impact on your customers and on your growth?
I would say not today. I am, by nature, a person that believes in free trade. We need to have trade. We as a Swedish company, inherently, we have almost no home market. We have, less than 1% in Sweden, so we depend on export. So for us, we favor, of course, to have as open of a trade environment as possible.
One of your largest shareholders, Cevian, said recently there is zero chance that you will not achieve your 2020 targets with an operating margin of more than 10%. Do you believe it's time to revise those targets upwards?
I think it's very good to have our largest shareholders supporting us. So I think that's very good that they believe in our targets.
But since you became CEO in early 2017, Ericsson shares have gained around 65%. Aren't you too conservative with your targets?
We work on building a strong company 5 years to 10 years out. We invest in R&D to drive our product roadmaps and drive our solutions to the customers. That's what we focus on. And that's the top priority. And then we said to guide the market, we put some objectives out. And we did that, but it's all seen from a 5 to 10 year perspective.
What will you do with this margin? Are you going to grow through acquisitions, for example?
We have said said that acquisitions are a part of our strategy, and we believe we can strengthen our product offering by making technology acquisitions, some market acquisitions. And a few months ago we announced the acquisition or the intent to acquire Kathrein, the antenna and filter business. And that's one way, for example, that we strengthen our offering by combining antenna with the radio and can strengthen the offering to the customer. So that you will see us make those type of acquisitions going forward as well.